Hi guys, today I'll be presenting my instrument. It's a PVC pipe transverse flute. Why did I choose to make a pipe-based instrument? Because firstly, I already have experience with pipes as I played clarinet for 4 years as a child, and I already have a recorder and a saxophone at home. So I figured I could base my ideas and my designs on those instruments that I could visually see in real life. And also, I I already own a guitar, so I figured I'd make an instrument that I didn't already have, which was a transverse flute. And but really in the end, I thought pipes seemed more complex and more difficult to recreate, so I thought it'd be more fun as a project. Yeah. My instrument is made out of a 1.5 inch in diameter PVC water pipe, some Gorilla Glue, and an eraser, which you can see right here. Yeah. This is what my instrument sounds like. Okay, now for the main challenges I faced during the creation of my instrument. So, the first one being difficulties with mouth posture. Basically, when I'd blow into the pipe, I'd have trouble with directing airflow into the hole because it was so small and because I wasn't able to look at it while I was playing. So that became an issue as I wasn't able to produce consistent and clear airflow. And to fix that, I decided to add a lip plate based on the actual design of a transverse flute, because adding a lip plate adds thickness to the pipe, which makes it so that I'm able to largen the hole, because the thicker the pipe, the less of an impact the hole's diameter has on the effective length. You see, when the 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 larger a hole gets, the shorter the length becomes. And because I didn't want that to affect my frequencies, I added a lip plate to add thickness. And that's how I tried to solve this issue. And another issue was the problems I was having with note clarity. Basically, when I'd play, I could kind of hear the differences in tones, but it didn't sound like what you would expect a flute would make. It sounded breathy and airy, and I didn't really like that. So I added a rubber stopper, once again based on the usual transverse flutes. I did that by stabbing an eraser. So basically what the stopper would do is that without a stopper, airflow would travel the pipe both ways, this way and this way, which makes it so that the air didn't really reach these areas properly. So to fix that, I added a stopper here so that when you blow into the flute, it goes directly here, consistently and strongly, which improves how the notes would sound. Yeah, that's how I fixed those problems. Okay, finally, which frequencies did I pick, why, and how? For my instrument, I chose a G major scale, which is specifically G4, A4, B4, C5, D5, E5, F sharp 5, and G5, which would make the Do Re Mi Fa sound. Why did I choose that specifically? Because the pipe, I cut it to this length, and G4 was the most convenient and most readily available to make as a fundamental frequency for my pipe. That's why. Now, how did I create the frequencies? I used this equation to determine where each tone hole should be positioned. And how does it work? Basically, as you blow into it, air travels, and at an open hole, it basically acts as an open end. And so the effective length is from here to here, from here to here. So the more holes you cover, the more the wave travels, and so the lower the note. That's how it works. Bye bye.